What happens when the quietest woman you know gets hurt? Some of the strongest hearts aren't the loudest. They're the ones that broke in silence, healed alone, and now guard their peace like treasure. When a loyal Sigma woman is hurt, you won't see drama. There won't be scenes, shouting, or desperate posts online. That's not her style. What happens instead is much stronger. She goes quiet, she steps back, and she grows. Sigma women don't break down, they evolve. And when they decide to leave, it's not just a walk away, it's a rise above. Welcome to time-tested advice, where ancient philosophy meets the modern world. I'm your host, Alfred. You might think loyalty means giving endless chances, but for a Sigma woman, loyalty isn't automatic. It's something you have to earn through honesty, respect, and staying true. So, when someone crosses the line, they don't just lose her. They lose a part of her that only existed because she trusted them. Once she stops believing in you, the connection fades, and it's not coming back. Sigma women are made differently. They love with their whole heart, but they're always aware. They'll let you be who you are, support you even when others walk away, and stand by you quietly. But once you hurt her and push past her boundaries, she doesn't scream. She resets. No loud goodbye, no guilt trip, just a quiet disappearance without looking back. If you were someone who hurt a Sigma woman, know this. She didn't leave because she didn't care anymore. She left because she finally decided to care more about herself. And that's something no one can undo. She lets go of the version of herself that loved you, and that version doesn't come back. This isn't just about a broken heart. This is about a deep change. When a Sigma woman feels betrayed, especially by someone she was loyal to, something inside her shifts. She doesn't just move on. She removes the part of herself that cared for you. She won't fake it. She's not secretly checking your page late at night or smiling through tears. Instead, she takes a long, honest look at everything. She asks herself why she loved you, what she gave up, and what signs she ignored. Then she does the hard work of letting that love go, for real. That version of her, the one who waited for you, forgave your excuses and believed in your best, disappears. And once she's gone, she doesn't return. That warmth and access you once had, it's gone. Not because she hates you, but because she's done letting someone else decide her value. And here's what's rare. She doesn't do this for revenge. She does it for clarity, for peace, for survival. You became the moment that showed her she had to rebuild herself without keeping your pieces in her story. You might come back hoping she'll still be that girl who loved you, but you'll find someone who looks the same but feels completely different. She closed the book and burned the last page, not in anger, but in self-respect. So, if you ever see that cold, distant look from someone who used to adore you, understand, she's not being cruel. You're just seeing a woman who realized loving you meant losing herself, and she's promised never to let that happen again. She replays the pain, not to cry, but to learn. Most people relive painful memories to cry or heal. Not the Sigma woman. She rewinds everything like a detective, not to feel bad, but to understand what really happened and protect herself better next time. She studies your actions, the things you said, the lies, the red flags she missed. She's not stuck in the past, she's studying it. She wants to figure out why she trusted someone who broke her trust and how to spot the signs quicker in the future. This isn't about being emotional, it's about being smart. She's turning pain into a lesson plan. Others might stay angry or sad. She doesn't. She builds wisdom out of heartbreak. So if you think she's dwelling, you're wrong. She's preparing. She's updating her internal system to make sure she never walks blindly into that kind of pain again. And once you hurt a Sigma woman, you're not just someone from her past. You become a warning sign she'll never ignore again. She won't let history repeat itself. Hit that like button if you are enjoying the video so far. Subscribe to the channel also while you're at it. Leave a comment if you want to add anything, or just simply, come say hello to me. Let's get back into the video. She stops accepting weak apologies. She needs more than words. After the pain, the way a Sigma woman listens changes. She doesn't hear your sorry as comfort. It becomes a test. A weak apology now feels like an insult. If you hurt her and try to make it right with just a "let's forget it," she won't feel better. She'll feel disrespected, because she doesn't need a sentence. She needs change. She watches actions, not promises. She cares more about what you do when no one's watching than what you say when you're trying to win her back. So, if you come back with sweet words and no real growth, don't expect her to fall for it. She's not in that place anymore. She used to cry over your silence. Now, she finds peace in it. For her, empty apologies aren't healing, they're noise. And if you haven't grown, she'll walk away. Not in rage, but with deep understanding that she deserves better. To her, true healing isn't about repeating the same patterns with prettier words. It's about proving, through actions, that the damage won't happen again. If she doesn't see that, she's done. For good. She rewires herself from the inside out. Sigma women don't wait for time to fix them. When they get hurt, they do the work themselves. Imagine a machine that gets broken, not thrown away, but taken apart and rebuilt to be even stronger. That's how she heals. She goes deep. She examines every feeling, every thought connected to you. Then she starts cutting those emotional ties, calmly, carefully. She doesn't try to forget everything. She just removes the power the past had over her. The bond you thought could never break. She reprograms it. That emotional spark turns into quiet understanding. No more pull, no more pain. She replaces tears with strength, doubts with confidence. And she doesn't do it loudly. It happens when no one is watching. What you'll see is a woman who now moves with focus, who doesn't get pulled into emotional games. She's sharper, calmer, almost untouchable. If she seems cold to you now, don't mistake it for bitterness. She's just been through a complete transformation. And now she's powered by strength, not sadness. She won't speak about you, but she'll never forget you. When a Sigma woman is done with someone, she doesn't make a big show out of it. She won't post sad quotes or tell the world what you did. She just quietly moves forward. To most people, it may seem like you were never part of her life, but deep inside, she remembers everything. Not with anger, but with clarity. You become a part of her inner memory, saved in the never again section of her mind. She won't mention your name, but your actions stay with her. They show up in how she sets her boundaries, in her silence, and in how carefully she chooses who to trust next. You taught her hard lessons about trust, about being open, and about bouncing back. Even if she never talks about it, those lessons are locked in. Many people forgive quickly or forget what hurt them, but not her. Her memory is sharp. Once someone ends up in her closed chapter, they don't get another chance. This isn't because she holds a grudge. It's how she protects her heart and her peace. So if she never brings you up again, don't think you didn't matter. She simply dealt with the pain quietly, learned what she needed, and moved on. But she might still feel something unusual: thankfulness, not for the hurt, but for what it taught her. You gave her a clear picture of what she'll never accept again, and because of that, you'll always be part of her past, silent, closed, but unforgettable. She can spot your kind from far away and never gets fooled again. When a Sigma woman gets hurt, she doesn't just heal, she changes. The pain wakes her up in a powerful way. She becomes alert, wise, and able to read people like never before. Now, she notices the small signs, those tiny red flags she once ignored. She can tell when someone is lying, pretending, or trying to control her. Where others might fall for sweet talk or fake charm, she doesn't flinch. This new ability isn't something she brags about. It's quiet, calm, and powerful. She doesn't argue or explain. She just walks away from what doesn't feel right. You may have hurt her, but in doing so, you made her smarter. You gave her the eyes to see through people who don't mean well. You trained her, even if you didn't mean to. Now she lives with a new level of awareness. She doesn't fall for the same tricks because she knows better. You didn't break her. You helped her build stronger walls, and now she walks protected by wisdom. She chooses peace and never misses the chaos. You weren't just a person in her life. You were a storm, loud, stressful, and draining. At the time, she may not have known how bad it was, but once you were gone, she felt something she hadn't in a long time: peace. And once a Sigma woman tastes peace, she never wants the noise back. The yelling, the confusion, the constant worry. You became a memory she doesn't want to revisit. It's not that she forgot you, it's that she finally saw how much she was losing just to keep you. Now she values calm over intensity. She finds joy in quiet moments, stillness, and deep breaths. You gave her lessons, yes, but you also gave her a clear picture of what she doesn't want. So no, she won't miss the ups and downs. She won't crave the fire or the drama. She has moved on to something better, something solid. And once she finds that kind of peace, no chaos can ever tempt her back. She now gives love to herself, and you're the reason why. There was a time when she loved fully. She gave her energy to everyone around her, you included, without holding anything back. But when you hurt her, everything changed. Instead of falling apart, she turned inward. She took all that love and started giving it to herself. It didn't happen overnight. The pain forced her to see that she was the one who needed care the most. Now, her love is focused and strong. She doesn't pour into people who don't value it. She treats herself with kindness, with respect, and with strength. Your betrayal taught her to stop putting others first. It taught her to stop giving away her heart to people who weren't ready to hold it gently. So, yes, you are part of her story, but she's the one who rose from the pain. She's the one who rebuilt herself, who learned to be her own best friend. And the love she now has for herself, that's her greatest strength and your biggest legacy. She questions everything, including who she lets in. When a Sigma woman gets hurt, it shakes her deeply. She doesn't just question you, she questions herself. How did I not see this coming? Why did I ignore the signs? These questions don't weaken her, they wake her up. She uses that reflection to grow. She doesn't avoid the truth, no matter how hard it is. Now, her standards have changed. What she once allowed, she never will again. She becomes clear about her boundaries, her worth, and her space. She doesn't close off to the world, but she becomes very careful. She pays close attention to people's actions, not just their words. She listens to her own instincts. She's not easy to fool anymore. That old version of her, the one who gave everyone a chance, is gone. Now she's strong, careful, and deeply aware. You didn't just hurt her. You helped her build a stronger version of herself. She protects her energy and doesn't explain herself. After being hurt, a Sigma woman becomes selective with where she puts her time and energy. Every word, every meeting, every person gets filtered. If it feels draining, she leaves. No warning, no guilt, no long talks. She used to give people the benefit of the doubt. She used to stay too long, not anymore. Now she watches closely. She notices the tone, the timing, and the energy of others. If something feels fake, heavy, or confusing, she quietly walks away. This isn't about being rude, it's about self-care. Her peace is too important to waste. She doesn't need to explain why she's leaving. She doesn't need to block or shout. She just disappears. Not because she's cold, but because she finally values herself more than she values pleasing others. If she stops replying, don't take it personally. Just know she's protecting her space. And not everyone gets a second chance anymore. Her pain becomes her power. When you hurt her, you might have thought she'd fall apart. But instead, she became more focused than ever. She didn't cry for the world to see. She didn't chase closure. She used the pain to build a better version of herself. She started waking up earlier, saying no more, cutting off people who drain her. Her heartbreak became her motivation. You may not recognize her anymore. That's because the old version of her didn't survive your betrayal. She didn't bounce back. She built forward, stronger, wiser, quieter. Now she protects herself with discipline. She stopped overgiving. She stopped explaining. She started valuing her peace more than anything else. You thought you left her broken, but you just gave her the pieces to build something even better. And by the time you realize what she became, she's already miles ahead, in a place where your name doesn't matter anymore. She protects her time like treasure, and you're no longer on the list. After getting hurt, a Sigma female doesn't just guard her heart, she guards her calendar. Time to her is no longer something she gives away freely. She's done wasting hours on people who only bring confusion, doubt, or drama. She now sees her time like gold, valuable, rare, and not to be handed out carelessly. Before, she may have waited on your replies, cleared her day just to see you, or stayed up late hoping you'd show up emotionally. But now, her schedule has changed, and you're not in it. If you're not bringing value, peace, or truth, you're not getting her time. She fills her hours with things that grow her, quiet moments, deep learning, real friendships, and personal goals. She's built a life where she no longer looks for approval. She approves of herself. So if you're wondering why she doesn't respond, why she's always busy, or why she never reaches out, it's simple. She gave too much before, and now she's making sure every minute counts. You're not being ignored out of spite. You're just no longer part of the world she chooses to build. She forgives silently, but she never opens the same door twice. Here's the truth most people miss. Sigma females do forgive, but not in the way most expect. She doesn't hold grudges, she doesn't seek revenge, and she doesn't waste energy hoping karma will do the job. She forgives in silence, for her own peace, not for yours. But make no mistake, her forgiveness doesn't come with a second chance. She believes that learning the lesson means never repeating it. That's why she never reopens doors that led to pain. Once you break her trust, she might let go of the anger, but she'll never let you back in the same way. You might think her forgiveness means there's still a spark. It doesn't. To her, it means freedom. she releases the burden, clears her heart, and moves forward without bitterness. But she doesn't circle back. You won't see a big speech. You won't get a formal goodbye. She'll just quietly decide this door is closed for good. And that's the power of her growth. Forgiveness, for her, is the finish line, not the invitation to try again. She chooses truth, even when it hurts. A Sigma woman doesn't hide behind comfort. After being hurt, she stops sugarcoating things. She doesn't lie to herself just to feel better. Instead, she faces the truth, head on. It's not easy. It means admitting that someone she cared about didn't care the same way. It means looking at herself and asking, why did I let this go on for so long? But she does it anyway, because she knows growth only happens when you stop pretending. She stops making excuses for others. She stops ignoring red flags or calling pain just a phase. Now she calls things what they are. A lie is a lie. A broken promise is a broken promise. And disrespect? That's not love. It's a warning sign. This kind of honesty changes everything. She becomes clearer, lighter, stronger. The truth may sting for a moment, but pretending costs too much. And she's done paying with her peace. If you ever wonder why she doesn't come back, why she doesn't entertain what-ifs or maybe one day, it's because the truth already set her free. And she's not going back to the stories that kept her stuck. To sum up, hurting a Sigma female doesn't ruin her. It awakens her. She's not the type to fall apart. She's the type to rise, quieter, tougher, and more focused. To the Sigma men listening, this strength lives in you too. Walking alone, thinking deeply, guarding your peace. That's not weakness, it's power. Loyalty is rare, and when someone breaks hers, she doesn't look back. She rebuilds, better, stronger, sharper. So remember, her silence isn't emptiness, it's healing. Her distance isn't coldness, it's wisdom. She is the storm you didn't see coming, and the peace you'll never disturb again. Thanks for staying with me till the end. Your dedication to building a better future for yourself is really appreciated. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment and subscribe to the channel for more daily content like this. This has been your host, Alfred. I'll see you in the next one, same time tomorrow.